In a world of power-hungry leaders hell-bent on repressing the people, revolt is a right. Thankfully, this bungling empire has stored all of the gold they stole in a single complex. My role as a galactic commando is simple. Infiltrate this facility and steal back the gold. If I'm careful, this should be easy.
Welcome to Mike's Gaming Gala. I'm Mike, and this week is the first of a special Lode Runner two-parter. In part 1, we're looking at Lode Runner for the Atari 2600, published by AtariAge. Lode Runner comes in a professionally printed box, with a manual, and a new injection molded cartridge. Next week we're going to look at Lode Runner for the Intellivision and compare it to this one. Being on a less powerful system, there's going to be an uphill climb from the get-go for this guy. So let's see how it is. After the splash screens, we get a really nice looking title menu. Here, we can select any level that we've unlocked, adjust the speed at which the player and the guards run, change the color and sound effects to reflect either the Apple II or Commodore 64 versions of the game, my personal preference is the Apple II, or enter a passkey to take us to any level. You might be wondering why we have both a level select and a passkey option. If you have a save key or an Atari Vox inserted into the right controller port while you play, your high score and max level will be saved. However, if you don't own either of those, nothing saves, so you'll need to write down the passkey at the end of each level if you want to continue where you left off. Making our selections and starting the game, if you haven't gathered by now, this is a port of the classic platformer Lode Runner. The goal in Lode Runner is to collect all the gold bars in each stage and escape via a ladder leading to the top of the screen. Below the playfield, we have our status area that includes our score, a bonus timer, what stage we're on, and finally, how many gold bars are left to get. You play as the white character on screen, and the gold bars are scattered around the stage represented by those blue and white bricks. Simply run into them to pick them up. Of course, this is not going to be as easy as just walking around and picking up gold. In each stage, there will be guards trying to keep you from your task. Guards are represented as the little red men, and touching any of them will end your attempt at the stage. They'll pursue you and can move in exactly the same way that you do, with one exception that we'll get to soon. One thing that will be important to remember is that while these guards do relentlessly pursue you, they don't always follow like you think they would. At times, they may try to cut you off and surround you as opposed to chase you directly. Another quirk of their movement is that sometimes when you and a guard are on the same ladder, the guard will move away from you. Developing an intuition to predict the movement of the guards is key to success. Thankfully, you do have a defense that you can use if you get into a bind. You're equipped with a laser drill pistol that temporarily makes a hole in the floor. You can hop through this to make a quick escape, or if a guard is on your tail, you can create a hole in front of him and he'll fall into it. While he's down there, you can walk over him unharmed. This is also the only way to retrieve any gold that the guards may have picked up. That's right, you're not the only one stealing here. When a guard falls into a hole, they drop the gold if they were carrying any. When creating these holes, your laser drill fires in the direction you're facing. If you have a Sega Genesis or Mega Drive controller though, button B will fire the laser to your left and button C will fire it to the right, giving you that added little bit of precision. You have to make sure you create these pits with enough time to be effective though. If a guard starts walking over one before it's completed, it'll stop drilling and they can walk right over it. After a short time, a guard in a hole will climb out again and continue their pursuit. If, however, they're still inside the hole when it finishes rematerializing, they'll be eliminated. When this happens, they vaporize, and shortly later come back at the top of the playfield in a random location. You'll have to keep your eyes open if you're near the top when this happens, as you could be hit by a guard returning. Lode Runner is an early platformer, and as such, you'll have to navigate several types of terrain in order to beat each stage.
The most common type of platform you'll be navigating are brick blocks. These are the standard for most stages, and they can be drilled by your laser drill to create pits for guards to fall into or for you to leap through. You can only drill to the side of you, and in some cases you'll have to drill through multiple layers in order to get to certain places. So in these situations, you'll have to drill wide at the top in order to be able to continue drilling when you descend. Don't forget that any hole you drill will fill in after a little while. So if you're in one, you'll want to move quickly. Otherwise, if you're inside one when it fills back in, you'll die. There can also be times when you may fall into one of these pits and not be able to get out. If that happens, pressing the game reset switch on your console will reset the level so that you can try again. Or you can rage quit to the menu with the game select switch. The black and white switch on your console acts as a pause button. The next platform type you'll come across is a solid block. These are walkable platforms just like the bricks, but they can't be drilled. You'll have to be careful when traversing them because if you get cornered by guards, you have no way to protect yourself from them. Trapdoors look like any other brick block, but when you walk over them, you'll fall right through as if there wasn't anything there. You won't know they're there until you fall through them, so when you do encounter them, remember their location so that you can navigate accordingly. Many stages will have rails that you can shimmy across. In order to use these, simply walk up to them and continue to press in the direction you want to go in order to cross. At any time, you can drop from a rail by pressing down, and if you fall onto one, you'll grab onto it automatically. Last but not least are ladder blocks. Pretty self-explanatory, but you can climb and descend a ladder by pressing up or down when you're on them. Provided there's open space to the side of a ladder, you can also walk off them if you need a quick drop. Once you've collected all the gold in any given stage, a jingle sounds and a new bit of ladder is added to the playfield that will allow you to climb to the top and complete the level. This is where any potential bonus points from the timer are added to your score, and you're presented with a passkey to write down should you need it. Taking longer than the timer allows only affects bonus points. There are a staggering 150 stages to play here, and no limited lives in which to play them, ensuring that not only should you eventually be able to play through every level and beat it, but this version of the game will give you hours upon hours of playtime. For the game footage in this review, I was given a demo ROM that only contained the first 20 stages, just so that I could have video that looked nice and crisp, because Lode Runner does not run on a 2600 Plus. I can't say for certain that this will be the case if you beat all 150 levels, but here, once I finished level 20, I got this nice little spinning victory sign. Makes you feel good.
And that's Lode Runner for the Atari 2600. So what did I think? Well, I usually reserve this word for the likes of John Champeau or Daryl Spice Jr., but this is a masterpiece. It's not exactly what I'd call graphically impressive, but it's clean and clear with nice menus and minimal flicker. As good as it looks though, that is not where it shines. The gameplay here is butter smooth. It plays so well and the control is so precise, it is a joy to play. I have zero idea how Dion fit 150 levels on this cartridge. Masterpiece. Next week when I review the intellivision version, it's going to have a lot to live up to. If you have the opportunity to pick this one up, get it. It's among the best on the system. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you liked it, and thank you so much to my channel members. I appreciate the support so much. As always, my contact info is in the description, and we'll see you next time on Mike's Gaming Gala.